The post office has been part of America for a long, long time, and it's really part of our heritage. It's one of the few things that's actually written into our Constitution, and it's also the largest unionized employer in America, which is why Republicans decided to go after it in 2006 with a piece of poison pill legislation that has brought it down, or is seriously going after it. So some good people are pushing back. Congressman Peter Welch is on the line with us from Vermont, the Democrat representing the great state of Vermont in the House of Representatives. Welch.house.gov is his website. Congressman Welch, welcome back.
Good to be back, Tom.
Thanks for joining us. Tell us what's going on. You guys have some legislation you're pushing through.
Well,
or you're going to try.
Sanders did a great job in the Senate on trying to save the post office. There's two issues. One is jobs, and the second is rural delivery.
Right.
And obviously, there's a recognition that we've got to make adjustments in the post office because we've got the internet. First-class mail is down. But the question is whether the Postal Service is going to be committed to making those adjustments consistent with maintaining rural delivery and trying to recognize that, hey, we don't want to lose 35,000 jobs in this economy.
Right.
So the Senate bill that Bernie was such an advocate for is now in the House, and our goal is to put together a coalition of rural representatives, and that's Republicans and Democrats, Tom, that have got folks that need that delivery,
right,
and folks who understand that we've got to do what's required to keep these jobs. By the way, there's two things. One, what changes managerially can the post office make? You know, they've got to have some latitude to do that. Mm-hmm. But number two, we've put a financial a gorilla on their back by making them pay about $5 billion more into the retirement and health care plans than the actuaries say is necessary to make them financially and fiscally sound.
Right. This is the poison pill that I was referring to that got inserted in 2006 that says that over a 10-year period, the post office has to fund the health benefits of retirees 75 years from now.
That's right. And it's just not a model that makes any sense, and it makes you wonder whether the real point is not so much the solvency of that benefit plan as it is the insolvency or the fiscal instability of the whole postal service.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, I realize you need to be a statesman and not go off on a crazy partisan screed, but I'll tell you, the post office is the second largest employer in the United States behind Walmart. Walmart is not unionized. The post office is the largest unionized employer in the country. That makes them a huge target for Republicans. And back, I remember back around 2005, 2006, post office was doing really well. In fact, they were talking about taking a significant part of their fleet and replacing their vehicles as they wore out or as they got upgraded with electric vehicles.
That's right.
And so, at that point, the Republicans are looking at this going, holy cow, the post office is a success story. It might jumpstart electric cars in the United States. The oil industry probably got in on it. I mean, can you imagine the lobbying coalition that came together to say we got to kill the post office?
I'm kind of depressed to say that I think you're right, and you're telling it like it is. And the other thing that is really quite important about the post office, a lot of these jobs are for veterans, and veterans have a very high unemployment rate.
Right.
The biggest challenge to veterans when they get back is to get a job. They've got to deal with really difficult reentry, and in the modern warfare that we have in this country, it's not like most of us know at all what is going on with the soldiers. They come back and they go back into these communities where there aren't fellow soldiers around. They're on their own.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing to get back integrated into life is to get a good job, and the Postal Service has been very, very helpful to veterans getting good jobs.
Mm-hmm. As postal employees are retiring or as people leave, then those openings become available with a priority for veterans, I'm assuming?
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's just been a great employer for the vets. But, what we're seeing here in Congress, unfortunately, is really an assault on the middle class, and I put this in that category. It's the middle class jobs, but it's also middle class opportunity. In a place like Vermont, our businesses really do depend on the Postal Service. They depend on overnight delivery and good service. Our Commissioner of Economic Development has made that case very, very compellingly. People in rural areas have always had the right to have an expectation that the Postal Service will work for them, too. The private sector model, which is being imposed by some of my Republican colleagues on the Postal Service, ignores the reality that the private sector can offload, quote, unprofitable routes, folks who live on a dirt road like a lot of people in Vermont do.
Like I used to.
Yeah.
We lived way out in the middle of the woods out near Northfield, and I don't remember which delivery company it was, but one of them, whether it was UPS or FedEx or DHL or whatever, one of them used to their packages, even in their package and their logo, were actually delivered by the post office to us.
Right. That's right.
So because they use them for last mile delivery in those places that aren't profitable to these big companies.
That's right. So, we're seeing the Postal Service under attack. We're seeing the Ryan budget is going to double the interest rates that students have to pay on July 1, go from 3.4 to 6.8%, And the budget has a lot of landmines for the middle class that as they get exposed, people are reacting. Like on the student loans, there's been a fierce reaction on the part of folks all around the country. And I'm seeing in the Postal Service a lot of Republicans who supported the Ryan budget, who've been on board with the rhetoric of closing it down, when they have to go home and they're talking to their rural constituents, just like when I go home and talk to folks who really depend on the post office, they're having second thoughts about it. So my hope is with the head of steam that Bernie and the Senate provided us in the House, we may be able to put a coalition together to save the post office.
Do you have any Republican coalition partners yet?
I'm working with Michael Grimm, and it's interesting. He's from Staten Island, and who'd have thunk it? Yeah. But he and I are circulating a letter, and then one of the things we're doing is identifying the members in the 13 states where Republican senators voted on that bill in the Senate.
Voted in favor of Bernie's bill. Yeah,
they voted in favor. So we're gonna do one-on-ones with the congressional members in the districts of those senators, and it's a lot of Republicans. So we're trying to do this member-to-member, one-on-one, and make the case that, hey, let's stick up for rural America, let's stick up for jobs.
Good luck on that. Congressman Peter Welch, and the way, of course, people can support that and your efforts is call their member of Congress and say, hey, we need to save the post office, sign on to this thing that Congressman Welch is doing in the House.
Right.
Great.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, thank you very much, Congressman. Good luck, and I wish you the very best on this. This is a big job.